Every legend leaves a trace. Some linger in memory, others in things that were never meant to fall into human hands. In the Myths Belief Store, you'll find artifacts, talismans, and relics steeped in the darkness of ancient faiths. Enter if you dare to touch what is forgotten and terrifying. Link in the description. Before waves became a symbol of freedom, and the sea began to mean adventure and wonder, there was fear, the kind that lived in the eyes of fishermen, as they stared into the black depths of northern waters. For from the shroud of mist, from the cold wind and the stench of rotting salt, it emerged, a creature without skin, flesh exposed like a raw open wound, muscles throbbing like the heartbeat of the world, and eyes burning with sick, blood-red rage. Nuckelavee, the demon of the seas, bringer of plague and decay, the oldest nightmare of the Scottish Isles. Nuckelavee is one of the most horrifying beings in Scottish folklore, born from the storm-lashed Orkney Islands in the far north. Its nature is pure, brutal, and merciless. It has no skin. Its entire body is exposed, red, raw muscle, with veins pulsing beneath a thin, wet membrane, like black serpents writhing under flesh. It looks like a twisted nightmare hybrid, a horse's body swollen with muscle and bulging veins. Fused to its back, a humanoid figure grown into it like a parasite. Long arms hanging like lifeless branches, eyes glowing with a feral, scarlet hatred, breath so foul it poisons the air, hooves that wither the ground where they touch. This is no centaur. It is as if two beings were forced together by the wrath of the sea itself, and condemned to live without ever dying. Nuckelavee was the embodiment of destruction, a creature that did not hunt for hunger or sport. It hunted because it hated life itself. Legends say that wherever it appeared, plague and sickness followed in its wake. Fields withered to dust beneath its shadow, pastures dried as though scorched by a dead sun, and fresh water turned to poison. Fishermen who glimpsed it across the waves rarely returned, and livestock fell as if struck by an unseen curse. A single breath from the creature could turn thriving crops into lifeless ash. And it was believed that when it rose from the sea and set its rotting hooves upon land, no one was safe. Only one force inspired fear in the beast running fresh water. So when the people of Orkney heard the echo of its hooves in the night, they fled across bridges and streams, praying that the monster would not reach them, for if it did, their fate was sealed. Though Nuckelavee has not yet achieved the fame of more mainstream demons, it is slowly rising from the mists of forgotten folklore and slipping back into modern imagination. More and more, it appears as a symbol of ancient, untamed evil, a force that requires no motive, offers no mercy, and exists solely as hatred and disease given form. Echoes of its legend can be found in The Witcher 3, where a creature inspired by this sea-born abomination stalks the wilds, in Smite, where Nuckelavee appears as a fully playable demon, and in the animated film Hellboy, Sword of Storms, which evokes its terrifying image. The monster also surfaces throughout fantasy literature influenced by Celtic horror, as well as in countless dark indie comics and illustrations, where artists rediscover and reinterpret it for a new generation. Today, Nuckelavee stands as a nightmare torn from the depths of the ocean, a union of folklore, body horror, and the primal fear of the sea that never forgets what it has claimed. A reminder that sometimes the most terrifying monsters do not dwell in forests or mountains, but in the deep, where no one can hear a scream. Tell me, if one night you heard the wet thud of heavy hooves in the ocean fog, and saw a red glow flicker in the darkness, would you run toward the shore? Or toward the water? Is Nuckelavee just a legend? Or does the sea still remember the rage of ancient demons? Do you believe the ocean hides more than fish and silence? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoy dark tales from myth and folklore, leave a like, subscribe, and wait for the next nightmare rising from the depths of legend. See you in the shadow of the coming wave.